Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And wow, what an explosive live Twitter space with Pomp and Peter McCormick and a few other Bitcoin maximalists who went up against Mark Cuban, who many of you know is from the TV show Shark Tank. I want to break down some of the points because it was quite amazing. Also, we're going to have a look at the market, particularly looking at the day before. Well, it's 10:42 p.m. my time. I think many of you are waking up to the day of this new paper ETF is going to come about. And I want to share with you what the CEO of Pantera Capital says, the first ever person in the whole world to offer a Bitcoin fund back in 2013 when Bitcoin was only $65. He makes some very interesting comments about altcoins. And as a seasoned investor in crypto and surrounded by Bitcoin maximalists, I want to share with you his comments that he had at SALT, which took place in New York last week. And blockchain backer. Wow, he really had quite a shocking video, didn't he? We're going to listen to a portion of that. First, let's just kick it off with this unbelievable statement that was made by Max Kaiser about 2 years ago, where he thought that the Bitcoin dominance, which was then 65%, was going to go to 99%. Well, today we have a dominance of 46%, and that is talking about a pretty good day, too. The fact is that Bitcoin has been losing its dominance. No, not because there's anything bad. It is because there are some amazing new protocols and blockchain projects out there. One that I am most bullish on is, of course, Flare Networks. They are testing right now on the Canary platform, which is really a required test, preparing them for the launch of that mainnet. When the mainnet goes live, that is when the Spark token will be dropped. And take a look at these numbers because this is really impressive. You can see here that there is more than 1 million transactions and growing. So the Canary network, which is Songbird, is very much like Kusama for Polkadot. And the block time is less than 3 seconds here. There are more than 30 public signal providers that are providing this income, this passive income with zero risk. I hope everybody is getting all of their issues and practice out of the way. Check this out. 1,105,839 transactions, 769,999 blocks so far, and 187,000 addresses. This is just the beginning, everyone. Just the beginning. All right. Well, Dan Moorehead. Yeah, this is somebody I really have respected over the years. I want you to listen to what he says because it really goes in line with what we're going to see with this explosive growth of the alternative coins. That means coins other than Bitcoin. Here you go. Have a listen.
Dan, as somebody who's gone this journey, what are you excited about now? I mean, these new DeFi lending models. What's the next big zeitgeist? Yeah, I guess I would say that to bring it full circle is there is more than one asset now, and a lot of my friends are Bitcoin maximalists, and it's got to be about Bitcoin. But the only thing I would share as advice to investors is there are so many different interesting protocols to invest in out there, and so many different companies, and so a portfolio should be more than just one thing. And the perspective I would have is Bitcoin's been amazing. Our fund's up 600x, so Bitcoin's done great. And I think it's going to go up another 10x or something from here. But I'm not sure that I actually think the majority of future gains are from things other than Bitcoin. And I know that sounds radical to some people in the audience, but it's kind of like in 1998, saying that the majority of future tech gains were not in Microsoft. Microsoft did great; it was worth $260 billion then, but Amazon was worth $10 billion, Apple was worth $1 billion, and Google and Facebook were $0. They weren't existing yet. And since then, Microsoft's only 20% of the gains since 1998 in tech. All these other companies that didn't even exist in 1998. And that's the spirit I have here is that I think Bitcoin's going to go up a ton. It's a huge, great investment. That's all you can get for your IC. You should be long Bitcoin. But if you can be long a basket of things, I think it's going to outperform.
To be long on a basket of things, he thinks it'll outperform. I totally agree. Okay, the blockchain backer. He had a pretty shocking video. If you have followed him in the past, he has a reputation for really being able to call the market. Amazing calls in the past. And he is now calling for somewhere in a final push for Bitcoin at 72 to 75,000, followed by this explosion in altcoins. He puts out a 25 tweet thread following the video that he did that really breaks down his thinking, his reasoning, and I think lays out the justification for what he believes is going to then be followed by a multi-year bear market. And I think that when we take a listen to his video here, yeah, the cycles come and the cycles go up and down. That's just the way it is. But what I'm really excited for is where he talks about when the altcoins go nuts. Okay, listen to this.
Up against its all-time high, and which is the low here on the inverse Bitcoin price chart. From a structure perspective, it is all followed along with what we've been looking for a long time, and well, our big moment seems to be right around the corner. So the exciting times of the cryptocurrency market are coming very close. And if you've been with this channel a long time, and if you were with me through May, June, and July, this is exactly what I was looking for. And I know it sounds scary to say that the top of the Bitcoin market is right around the corner, but this is all part of it. This is part of what happens in this market before the altcoins go nuts. And that's what happened in the past. So I'm sticking with it. Stay true to this. Stay true to all of it. I'm telling you like it is. I think the Bitcoin top's coming in very soon. But I'm also telling you like it is. I think the show-stopping event's going to be in the altcoin market. So it's an exciting time. But I wanted to definitely have a video out there being very clear and straightforward. I think the top of Bitcoin is right around the corner. I think it's going to happen as we get into the new all-time highs, and I think it's going to be during a very exciting moment. I think the narratives will be very exciting for Bitcoin, but I wanted to show you all the reasons and justifications for why I think the top of Bitcoin is coming in. I would be more than happy to be wrong. This is not something where I have some bias where I need to be right. I'm not shorting Bitcoin. I'm not doing anything with Bitcoin here that is going to financially do something for me where I need the prices to go down. I would significantly benefit by the prices going higher would benefit me financially. So I would prefer the prices to go higher, but I'm being very clear that I believe the top of Bitcoin in a multi-year bear market is right around the corner. So I want to be clear that I'm a bull on the altcoin market, and I think the exciting time for the altcoin market is also right around the corner.
So maybe that's the point of this video here, is to really, anticipate the bull market for the altcoins and also know that there are some really exciting protocols out there. All right, we'll take a look at just some of the really interesting points that took place on the Twitter live space, and it was captured by more than 15,000 people who were in on the live, including myself. There is a link to this that I'll put in the description below in case you missed it. They discussed Bitcoin, Lightning, El Salvador, Doge, Ethereum, the market. And you'll notice that when you listen to a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists speak, they want to convince you that Bitcoin is totally the best at what it does and that it is unique. And yeah, while most people will agree that it is really working fantastic as a store of value, the other thing that they didn't disagree on is when Mark Cuban pointed out that that store of value also works as a boat anchor, meaning that it keeps it kind of tethered to the floor of the ocean without being able to do anything because everybody is just hodling. So they hope that BTC will become a mobile or a global medium of exchange. And I hope so too. But again, Mark Cuban pointed out that in the Philippines, where the explosive growth of the play to earn Axie Infinity game has just taken the country by storm, the token SLP, which is the small love potion, that's the name of it, has become the #1 global exchange in terms of tokens there. So if El Salvador can mine all of their Bitcoin, then it would be pretty exciting for that country to become a self-fulfilling economy. But again, Mark points out that not all countries are going to be able to do their mining. And when it comes to betting on the Lightning Network, well, it's using fiat. Can you believe it? The one thing that the Bitcoin maximalists say they have the highest distaste for, and that is the central banks and their printing of all the fiat, yet the Lightning Network in El Salvador has fiat as part of the solution. It's just crazy. And it's 100% centralized. So they tell you on one hand that Bitcoin is the most decentralized network out there, which that is debatable. But then they just, on the other hand, promote Lightning Network, which is 100% centralized. I just sometimes can't figure these guys out. And I think the best thing is when Mark Cuban said, don't sell the recipe, sell the brownie. People just want to know what is the best tasting brownie. They don't care about the recipe. What he means by that is that people don't care if it's Bitcoin or if it's Lightning Network or whatever. They just want something that is cheap and easy and fast to use. And so when you think about if people are being told to hodl, well, then only those that have the ability to save can afford to speculate, right? You have people in developing countries that this would be probably not an ideal solution, and especially when the markets go through these multiple year bear cycles. So there is a lot still to be figured out with how Bitcoin is going to be used as this global medium of exchange, because there is just still, it's not the perfect ideal solution for everybody or everything. I hope that it is a solution for many, but I don't think it's a solution for all. And then Jeremy Hogan tweeted this out, that there is, the motion of extension looks like it's being proposed again for the discovery. But the point is that when I saw this, I said to myself, oh my gosh, that is Bochan. I am sure that is Bochan. And Bochan is an African tortoise that has become very famous in Tokyo because his owner takes him for walks every afternoon that has fine weather. And he lives in an area of Tokyo that's called Tsukishima. In the Edo period, that part was actually an island. It was an island fishing village. But since then, it has all been filled in with landfill all around it. Now it's just really part of downtown Tokyo. This video that shows Bochan back in 2015 is something that had over 1.5 million views. Yeah, they go down the shopping street there in Tsukishima, and they take about 2 hours to get down the shopping street because he really takes his time. He stops for pictures and he sometimes takes a rest. So I think he's getting to be about what'd they say, 90 years old now. When his wife gave him the tortoise as a gift many, many years ago, they had no idea he was going to get as large as he is. Here he is in 2016, wearing his little hat, quite dapper. Here he is in 2018. He's got the neighborhood patrol banner on his shell. Here he is in 2019. Here he is in 2021. Yeah, May 2021, wearing his samurai helmet. And then the most recent or current picture I could find was on Twitter for June 2021. So he was still out taking a walk. I guess if you go to the neighborhood around 3 p.m., they said, and the weather is good, there you can find Bochan taking his walk. So if you do come, he might be someone to say hello to. All right, everybody, I've got a great XRP-centric video coming up. I will get that out to you as quick as possible. It's very interesting, especially when I show you a document that Ripple had sent the Central Bank of Mexico, and it was in that 2018 and 19 phase. So to go and say, as the SEC is saying, that Ripple was not concentrating or serious about its XRP use case as a bridge currency, they're just so wrong. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.